Hey everyone, it's Willis from Friendly Neighborhood Comic Books, and this is your coffee break. Yes, I know last time I heard people say, I think you're faking drinking coffee. They were right. I was trying to get something out, something quick and easy. Going forward, I'm drinking coffee. Alright, so today I got a couple books I want to talk to you about. I got some new stuff and some old stuff. I'm trying to catch up. So one of the first books I want to talk to you about is The Shiver Bureau from Scout Comics. As you can see just from the cover, the book itself kind of just, outside of the character, blahs together. Like, you can't really see too much details. I usually am a big fan of Scout Comics. Now, what I do love about the Shiver Bureau is that they use colors. While most of it seems to be just blotted out because it's all the same sort of shade, you get the main character there on the cover in red. You get that same kind of effect throughout the whole book. I do like the usage of color, specifically when we're looking at trying to point things out that are more important. In the book, they use a couple different colors, but overall, very good. Now, the premise behind this new book from Scout is that there's a bureau that's handling, I don't want to call them ghosts, because they don't call them ghosts in the books, but more of that, another entity, almost like ghosts. They got certain people that chase them down, hunt them, and they think there is a bigger conspiracy going on than what they've been dealing with. Very good first book. I'm not too sure how I feel about the artwork. One person does the whole thing. So Walter Ostley does everything on the book. He's the creator. One thing I didn't like about the artwork is it kind of makes all the characters look like chickens. I don't know if that was the intent or that's what we're going for, but it was just something that bothered me. Now, a book that I was really looking forward to was Mata Hari from Dark Horse Comics. Now, Mata Hari is a timepiece. This is a spy book, but we don't get too far into things in the first issue. Now, the first issue has spectacular artwork. Great artwork on the cover, great artwork on the inside. But the story was too slow. Like, okay, I understand we're trying to build into things, but I would have liked to have gotten into something in the first book. The main character, the one that's playing Mata Hari, she goes to jail. She gets put into a prison for prostitutes in France. And then she feels like she's wrongly accused, but is she, isn't she? Is she a spy? Is she not a spy? It'll be more and more clear as the issues go on. Great artwork. Again, I love the artwork, but I just wish the first issue would have had a little bit more. Plus, it bounced around in time just too much for my taste. I like something that's, even if you're going to bounce around in time, give me something with the artwork that tells me the difference between each time period. Even if it's just coloring. Dull it out, shade it for different time periods. But I didn't do that. So sometimes you get lost. Exactly, are you in the future? Are you in the past? When are you? It all plays out within about a 10-year period. But the problem is when she's in jail, she looks wicked old. Almost like she was aged 20, 30 years. But it wasn't that far from where she started off. So that also bothered me a little bit. I am looking forward to reading more and more from Mata Hari from Dark Horse Comics. I think it's a really, has a lot of potential to be a really good book. So, now one book that's I put aside from reading, I really wanted to read it, but I've been putting it aside, is called Dark Ark from Aftershock Comics. Here's issue 1 here. We got issue 2 there on the back. I even got issue 3 with me. We are as far into this series as 5 issues. I believe issue 6 is coming out pretty soon. I love a good horror book, and I had strong feelings for this book. I really wanted to see what they're doing. The artwork on the cover of the first one just blows my mind. For something as simple as that, it tells you so much. Like, oh my god, what am I going to get on the inside? Now, but once you get on the inside, it turns from more of a dark book. I didn't like how it turns it into more cartoony. Really, when I get a good horror book or even a dark book, as in Dark Arc, I really want something a little bit more grainy, gritty, darker, lots of blacks. I didn't get that. I felt like this was a little bit more cartoony on the artwork. Not saying it's bad. Juan Doe does a great job drawing the characters and all the monsters. Now, the premise behind this one is we all know what the Ark is. The Ark in the Bible, where 2 animals of each species got on the Ark and they all sailed about during the flood. Now, this is the other Ark. Obviously, if you're going to save good, in order for evil to exist, somebody had to save evil. So, while one Ark has all the humans and the animals and everything else that's going on, this one has all 2 of each kind of monstrosity. Now, understand, unicorns are also there. So you don't usually think of unicorns as monstrosities, but they at the same time are not natural. So I guess they belong on a darker Ark. And this story is about how do they survive. Cullen Bunn does a phenomenal job with most darker books, horror books. I know everybody goes to Robert Kirkman when they want a horror book. Cullen Bunn is far and away the best up-and-coming horror writer in the comic book industry today. I wish we could see more from him. But I'm really liking Dark Arc. I've made it through the first 3 issues this morning during my coffee break, and I think the next few issues that are coming out, the second half of the book, is going to be really good. Aftershock has been another good publisher. Dark Horse has been hit or miss. Scout Comics, you really can't miss with that one. Them and Vault. So overall, I think these were 3 really good titles to sit down with during your coffee break. Now, if you like videos and reviews like this, don't forget to hit the like button. And if you want to see more from us going forward, don't forget to subscribe to our channels. And I will see you at the comic book shop.